God knows. God knows and sees every single detail. And God is a righteous God. Now, his righteousness doesn't come according to our timing, certainly doesn't come according to our understanding, but he absolutely is. I was reminded of this today when I was honestly flying through the genealogies of Jesus in Matthew. Not some of the most exciting reading as it's such and such, begat such and such, begat such and such, but something jumped off the page as it so often does with the Word of God. There's a name mentioned in there that there's actually several names mentioned in there that are interesting. But the one I want to key in on today is Uriah. I'm not sure if you know the story of Uriah. Uriah is not as famous, or maybe I should say infamous, as his wife Bathsheba. Bathsheba, of course, was the woman that was bathing, and King David noticed her, and it went from notice to a whole lot more than that. And Bathsheba's husband, Uriah, was off to war doing the right thing. Well, when David found out that Bathsheba was pregnant, he thought, man, I can't take the blame for that, so I got to get Uriah back from the front lines and have him be with his wife, and then I can blame her pregnancy on her husband. Uriah, being an upstanding man, said, hey, if my brothers in arms are out at war, I'm not going to be with my wife because that wouldn't be right. And David couldn't get Uriah to take the bait. Uriah had character on top of character on top of character. Man, what a man. So now back to Matthew. When the genealogy of Jesus is mentioned, that child that David and Bathsheba had, Solomon, is mentioned. But not only is Solomon mentioned, so is Uriah. It says David was the father of Solomon, whose mother was Bathsheba, the widow of Uriah. God keeps track of the details. Uriah was done straight wrong. Yet, in the genealogies of Jesus, his name is mentioned. I don't know about you. I'm living my life for a whole lot more than the mention of my name, but to have our character and our choices and even the injustices done against us, have those things not count against us, but have our lives matter if we live according to God's plan. God notices. So thank God for a man like Uriah. And Lord, may we be men and women like Uriah.